Washington Grown is made possible by funding from the Washington State Department of Agriculture and the USDA Specialty Crop Block Grant Program. And by the Potato Farmers of Washington. Learn why Washington is home to the world's most productive potato fields and farmers by visiting potatoes.com.
On this special season of Washington Grown, we're following Washington produce around the world. Here we go.
I mean, there's just stuff happening everywhere.
Breakfast, lunch, or dinner. I'm doing all the work over here.
That's a Tomas Deluxe. All good things are better shared, right?
Cheers, my friend.
Cheers.
I can't even walk.
We got a lot to explore and a lot to do, so let's get to it.
To Washington.
To Washington. Hi everyone, I'm Christy Goranson and welcome to Washington Grown. Today we have a very special episode because this season we got to travel to the amazing city of Ho Chi Minh in Vietnam. Turns out our produce is pretty popular with people all over the world. So today we are taking you with us on our journey to Vietnam. Tomas is visiting a Vietnamese night market.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Got to get out of the road, man. They'll run you over.
And I'm making a special salad at Babar, a Vietnamese restaurant in Seattle. What are you gonna do? You gonna make me do all the work here?
You just pour, that's it.
Then we're trying some sweet treats at a bakery in Vietnam. I cannot believe how many beautiful baked goods we have in front of us right now. We're so lucky. All this and more today on Washington Grown. First things first, getting all the way across the world to Asia is no easy task. Suitcases packed full and cameras ready, we headed to the airport in the wee hours of the morning, feeling tired but excited. I don't know who I am, and I don't know where I'm at, but I'm excited to go to Vietnam. Once we met up with our team, we hopped on our first plane, headed to Seoul, South Korea. Here we go. After that, it was time to hop onto another plane to our final destination.
Now we have arrived in Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. It has taken me 31 hours and 3 minutes to get here of non-stop travel.
After a good night's sleep, it was time to start the adventure. Here's just a little taste of what we did in Vietnam.
We've been in a lot of places all over the state of Washington, but this is not Kansas anymore.
No, we are not in Kansas. We're not in Washington anymore, that's for sure. Something's happening. What's happening? They have like a whole pig that they were chopping, and then all of a sudden they just moved really fast. Not sure what happened. We are going to go on a culinary adventure. Don't take it all. Oh, I thought you were.
All right, here we go. This is like a true game of Frogger. You just keep going. You don't stop.
I've seen t-shirts around town that say, I survived Vietnamese traffic.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No one's got hit yet.
No one's got hit yet.
We're
exactly.
okay.
Mine's a little deep, isn't it?
Really nice, sir. That's for a big serving.
Oh, we're getting 5? Oh, okay. I think we just bought some cats.
Did you? I didn't. Bye.
I think it's nap time now.
You guys take a nap. I'll clean up.
1, 2, 3. Cheers! Love it. I love it too. But that's just a tiny taste of all the fun we had. Stay tuned because all throughout this season, we're going to bring you along on our adventure from Washington to Vietnam and beyond. When I whisk, I throw things around.
Yeah, try to keep it in the bowl.
Pocket full of posies.
Easy peasy. You gotta have some fun. Be a little messy. Let's see where the next plane takes us.
Yes. Nope.
Washington apples can be found all throughout Vietnam, from the hustle and bustle of the cities to the calm and serene countrysides. And tonight, we're visiting the Nguyen An Ninh Night Market, where customers come out from under the stars to buy produce from all over the world. I've been to a Safeway over Thanksgiving. I've even been to a Walmart during Black Friday, but nothing can prepare you for the controlled chaos that is a Vietnamese night market.
If you come here busy time, it's like busy all night, you move around a lot, you don't forget about time, it's gone.
Tuan and his family work tirelessly to bring fruit into the night market. And although their operation is near the city, the market serves customers from all over this part of the country.
This is like the biggest, wholesale market within Southern Province. All the people from other province, they come in, they stack up their goods, they go in, back to the province, they sell in the morning.
So we're here and all of this busyness is happening at night, under the stars.
Right.
So why are we doing it now at night rather than during the day?
First of all, the temperature. It's easier on the fruit. Also because nighttime, because of outer province. They take time like around, evening time. They drive here like another 4 or 5 hours.
Right.
By the time they get here around, 8, 9 ready. They pick up their food by morning time, like 6 in the morning. They're back in the place again and they sell again. And it's fresh.
One of the produce managers explained that although they get some apples from other places, most of them are from Washington State and the U.S. What do you think about Washington apples and Washington products?
Táo Washington là một loại táo mà chất lượng rất là tốt về cái độ cứng và cái độ màu thì rất là đẹp và có độ bóng rất là cao so với các nước khác.
Couldn't have said it better myself. That's awesome. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
I grew up in this market and just been selling apple my whole life.
Calvin has worked his entire life to make sure that Washington apples are fresh and ready for the customers. Now, traditionally, apples aren't grown here in Vietnam, or not many.
There was some kind of small apple like jujube.
Tell me how these apples differ from the ones that you get here in Vietnam.
Oh, so this apple are juicy and tasty and crunchy.
Do you get a really big bulk of stuff from Washington State?
Mostly Washington State for sure. They got cherries, they got apples. I mean, that's, when the season comes, apple is the main thing.
Next, Calvin took me across the market to his cold storage, where Washington fruit is kept fresh and ready to be sent throughout the provinces. And with the market being so busy, you better watch your step. I mean, there's just stuff happening everywhere. Okay. Oh, sorry. Gotta get out of the road, man. There, we'll run you over.
So I have all the U.S. apples ready here.
So how would I say apple in Vietnamese?
Tao.
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 Just that simple.
These are premium. You gotta look at this. Premium.
So what makes this different from the ordinary gala?
It's just more color and very hot and crunchy, and the fruit taste is very strong.
So it sounds like the color, that's the big deal here. Like
Exactly.
you want to see it first with your eyes and know that's awesome.
Exactly. People buy it with their eyes here.
All right, well, let's take a look inside. All right, come on, let's check this out. Holy moly. All right, woo. When you gotta beat the heat in Vietnam, you come in a big, huge refrigerator with Washington apples. That's how you beat the heat. While I was chilling out in a nice cool freezer, Christy and the rest of the crew were navigating that crazy traffic and that humid Vietnamese heat.
Anyone follow me?
What?
How did you get in here?
Hey, I looked for the coolest place I could find, and sure enough, I would find you here too.
Of course, well, I'm carrying your stuff. Here's your water.
Thank you, Christy.
Hollywood.
This is pretty cool, huh? To come all the way to Vietnam to see all of our Washington products.
The milk, yeah.
So if you could say something to all the farmers back in Washington State who are growing these apples, what would you say to them?
So I will say I'm very thankful to all the apple growers out there in Washington. Without your apple, we don't really know how to celebrate Chinese New Year or Vietnamese New Year. So very meaningful. Thank you.
Last year, we featured a special Vietnamese street food restaurant that absolutely blew us away. And since we got to visit Vietnam this year, we thought it was only right that we come back. Here at the Capitol Hill location of Babar, owner Eric Bond is making sure that the flavors he knew growing up in Saigon are made here in Seattle with only the best local ingredients.
When I first came to Seattle 26 years ago, I fell in love with this place. This is the place to make amazing food.
Although Babar's Vietnamese street food is amazing, there's a whole different side to the menu that's just as good. As your name suggests, though, cold drinks. It's not just the great food, but you have
Because in Vietnam, nobody drink warm drink. Nobody.
Right.
It's so hot.
Today I'm getting a special demonstration on how to make a famous Babar drink with their beverage director, Rob. I know nothing about cocktails. I like cocktails. I don't have the skills. So you're gonna have to show me.
Happy to show you.
Okay, what do we need to do first?
So we're making the Mary Mortar here. This is one of our
Mary Mortar.
Yes, it's one of our classic cocktails. Been on our menu since we opened Babar 11-ish years ago.
And we have Washington-grown mint.
Correct.
Right here.
Yep.
That's awesome. So that's a little garnish.
We start by adding mint to some ice. Then add 1.5 ounces of gin, some special simple syrup, a ½ ounce of lime juice, and an ounce of celery juice. Next comes the fun part.
Basically, these are meant to be just sealed with a quick pat, like that. There you go. And then you can just flip it around. And then the key is you want to just kind of hold both the bottom and top tins with both hands, and then you just shake. Just try to look really cool when you're doing
sorry,
it.
I was making a weird face, I think, when I was doing it.
There you go.
Cool?
You're pro.
Okay.
And then to open these up, you just kind of crack. They call it crack the eggshell.
Oh, that was easy.
It opens it up.
There we go.
And that's that.
The last step is to strain the drink and then try our creation.
Oh, that's really refreshing.
Got like a little bit of herbaceousness from the mint in there.
Yeah, the mint
gin.
just tastes amazing. And I wouldn't like taste it and say, oh wow, there's celery juice in there.
I know.
It's just kind of really nice and fresh. Come to Babar for some great cold drinks, right?
That's what we're known for.
And find Rob.
Coming up later in the show, I'm making a special Vietnamese salad with Washington Granny Smith apples and mint.
What would you call this salad?
Babar Washington green apple salad.
Love it. I love it. That's perfect.
Amazing.
We're back at Babar on Capitol Hill. With such incredible food and drinks, there's so much to love about this restaurant. But don't take my word for it.
Everything is very fresh, and I think that makes a difference on the taste, the quality.
Every single bite you take just is full of flavor.
They have mint, they use basil and dishes that I would never think of. Sometimes you don't even see it, you're just biting and you're getting all of these flavors, and it's just amazing.
Just high quality ingredients made with love.
Full belly, content heart.
Frankly, Christy, I don't invent anything. I just repackage and use the best ingredient that we can buy. Good ingredient is the key.
Yeah.
Babar's owner, Eric Bon, has a deep love of Vietnamese street food, and his hope is that his customers will find the same love from his menu.
When we opened Babar, I said, I want people to experience what I used to eat growing up in Vietnam. You come here, you eat, and you can get a piece of that experience. And when you go, you come back, you realize we're legit.
Absolutely.
Every bite, the flavor just explodes in your mouth. Like, it really does.
The flavors are terrific. Obviously, they're fresh.
It's always just a fun place to come, and you know the food's gonna be good.
No matter what dish you get, it's just...
What are we going to make today, though? It's a salad with some Granny Smith apples.
Yes, Granny Smith apple with dry shrimp, pork with some fresh mint and raw rum. And I'm going to show you how to make a mother sauce called nước chấm.
I'm excited.
Let's do it. You hear a car zooming by?
Yes.
We in a patio. For the spirit of street food, you hear ambulance siren, you hear police car zooming by.
Garbage trucks.
And I say, okay, you want street food? Here we go.
Here we go.
So today we're going to do star fruit salad, but instead of star fruit, we're going to embrace and celebrate Washington green apple.
I love that.
Yes, I'm going to have you do nước chấm. It's the mother sauce of Vietnamese cuisine. Literally means dipping sauce.
What are you going to do? You going to make me do all the work here?
You just pour, that's it.
I got the easy job.
We start by mixing up some fish sauce, water, vinegar, sugar, and fresh lime juice. Then add Thai chilies, jalapenos, and garlic.
Now, I learned on our trip to Vietnam that apples are called, it's tao, right?
Tao. That's a northern Vietnamese.
Tao.
Growing up in Saigon, I'm from the south.
Yeah.
We call it bomb, pump, just like French.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Next, we saute some rehydrated shrimp jerky with garlic and shallots. Meanwhile, we cut up some Washington-grown Granny Smiths and carrots into slivers.
While I was taking a nap, Eric was hard at work chopping all of this.
Now it's time to assemble a salad, starting with our apple and carrot slices. Next, we rip up some mint and an herb called rawrum. Finally, we pour on our nuuk jam, add some pickled shallots and peppers, our shrimp jerky, then it's on to the protein.
This is not
Just this
done.
alone, it doesn't look Vietnamese.
Okay.
But with the shrimp on there,
Okay, yeah.
and a little bit of pork belly, then people say, oh, now that's Vietnamese.
That's Vietnamese.
Yeah.
We add some fresh shrimp and some pork that's been boiled with herbs. Then we mix it up and finish it off with some broken rice powder.
Xin mời.
Xin mời.
Please. Bon appetit.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. A little bit salty, sour, sweet,
The richness from the pork.
everything you want in a good hot weather salad. What would you call this salad?
Babar Washington green apple salad.
Love it. I love it.
No,
That's perfect.
it's amazing. No.
It is. It's delicious.
No,
So
it is.
good.
It is amazing.
How do we say thank you?
Come on.
Come on.
Come on. Come on, Christy.
Come on, Eric.
To get the recipe for Babar's Washington green apple salad, visit wagrown.com. Coming up, we're trying some sweet treats at a Vietnamese bakery.
I cannot believe how many beautiful baked goods we have in front of us right now. We're so lucky.
And we're in the kitchen at Second Harvest trying Chef Laurent's Vietnamese apple rose cake. When you think about Vietnamese food, what you're probably thinking of is a delicious, savory soup. But I bet you didn't realize you're missing out on Vietnam's sweet treats. Here in Ho Chi Minh City, ABC Bakery is making some of the best baked goods ever. And leading the charge is the very talented chef Cao Shu Luk.
You're quite famous.
Really?
Chef Cao believes that everything his bakery makes needs to be just right, and in order to make that happen, only the best ingredients make the cut.
I believe quality. Quality is very important for us. I believe Washington the products maybe the first choice.
The
is
first
product.
choice?
Yes.
Well, we love that.
Chef Cao took me around the bakery where his employees were training with Washington ingredients in order to make the perfect baked goods.
So these are from Washington, I can tell, just by looking at them.
We use Washington here and Washington apple. This one also Washington.
Yeah, the red potatoes.
Very nice color. The apple we use Washington apple, and then we drop the small pieces, put in the water, then we ferment about 7 days. This is a natural yeast.
Okay.
Yeah.
That natural yeast is then used to make some amazing sourdough.
Everything smells so good in here. That's gorgeous. I love how ornate it is.
Before we left, Chef Cao treated us to a baked good, or maybe more than one.
I cannot believe how many beautiful baked goods we have in front of us right now. We're so lucky.
I'm a little overwhelmed at
I
the
know.
amount of goodness sitting here.
Now comes our favorite part.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Sorry, lady first.
Thank you.
Oh man.
It's so good, Chef.
And there you are.
Yeah, me.
You're so cute.
Before Chef Cao rolled us out of the building, we tried a special treat made with Washington potatoes. And who better to try it with than the director of the Washington Potato Commission, Chris Voigt.
You don't get the whole thing, Chris. Sorry.
This is like breakfast, lunch, and dinner all combined into one pastry. This is really delicious.
I think it's nap time now.
You guys take a nap, I'll clean up.
It's a long trip from Washington to Vietnam, so how does our farm-grown food arrive here so fresh and delicious? Ports like Cat Lai and Ho Chi Minh City play a huge role in bringing Washington fruits and veggies to Vietnamese consumers.
Cat Lai Port is the feeder terminal. We connect with intra-Asia.
Bui Von Quy is the executive president of Saigon Newport Corporation. After Washington products go to a larger port, they are shipped here to be sold in Vietnam or sent to another market in Asia. With so many ships coming and going, this port is very busy.
Every month we are receiving 90 vessels.
During our visit, we were treated to a very special tour.
We import a lot from U.S. And Western state. We import a lot of meat, milk, vegetable, some other seafood as well.
Fruits are very, very popular here. So Washington cherries and Washington apples are incredibly popular here.
Benjamin Patlock is the Senior Agricultural Attaché with the Foreign Agricultural Service. He's lived in Vietnam for over 8 years, working to help improve Vietnamese and U.S. agricultural trade.
How would you say that the relationship is between Vietnam and the United States as far as trade?
Well, you know, it's really great because I kind of feel the trade relationship is a perfect snapshot of how the United States and Vietnam have become closer since we normalized relations in 1995. So in 1995, Vietnam was our 102nd largest market for U.S. food and agricultural products. It's now our 8th largest market.
We see that a lot of potentialities between two countries that we can be reached higher, especially a lot of product from U.S. Can be coming more and more into Vietnam.
What would you like to say to Washingtonians?
First of all, come to Vietnam. It's a great country. There's a lot of excitement here. The Vietnamese love to meet people. They're some of the warmest people I've ever met in my entire life. I would say the relationship between the United States and Vietnam is the best it's ever been. So when you put all these factors together, the amount of opportunities for U.S. agriculture, it just increases every day.
We are in the kitchen at Second Harvest Food Bank in Spokane, and Wagrown went international.
Oh boy, did we ever.
This year, yes.
New season.
New season, I know. And here we are together once again.
Yeah.
Chef Laurent Zarati
So good to
and
see you.
Tomas, where we get to taste some wonderful food with some recipes developed.
Yes, this
by
year
Chef
we
Laurent.
decided to create our own recipes,
Yes.
right? And develop them and share them with you on wagrown.com.
Yeah. Well, in the true spirit of international, you're an
Completely.
international culinary teacher.
Well, the accent only is international. That's about it. We have culinary everywhere, different spices, different flavors, everything that unite us around a table, around a dish. And I wish you would have taken me with you guys in your planned
Vietnam,
trip.
Mexico.
We've had the opportunity over the past decade to really explore a lot of the nooks and crannies of our state, and now to be able to give them a plane ticket and say, now let's see where our produce goes and how it's used in other countries. I mean, what a delight it was this season to be able to do that.
And it was
I'm excited.
eye-opening. It's a super wonderful season that we've got in store of great food. What are we going to make today?
Well, we're going to make a very traditional Vietnamese cake with apple from Washington, red apples. I won't pronounce it in Vietnamese because already English is not my forte, so imagine a Vietnamese, right? So it's a Vietnamese rose apple cake.
Okay.
Very simple to make. You can find the recipe on wagrown.com. I think it's a great recipe you could make with your kids. Because it
Awesome.
looks so great.
It looks so beautiful.
So beautiful,
Okay,
exactly.
well, let's see how you make it.
Look at it.
So that was like magic with the
I mean,
with the sugar coming down.
We've heard
Yes.
it many times before. You eat with your eyes first,
Yes.
and when you see something that beautiful, how could you not be impressed?
Well, let's dig in. Is it better
Right.
to just to pick it up and
Oh, just
pick it up?
pick it up.
Here we go.
Puff pastry is like also one of my favorite things. So
It's the butter.
apples
It's the
and
butter.
puff pastry,
Yes.
so good.
That is a fun way to have apple pie.
It is. You know, maybe you put them on a skewer and make a bouquet of apple roses.
Oh, you
know?
could.
You
How
could
fun.
do that, you know,
right?
in a party.
That's a great idea. But like you said, it's kind of fun for like maybe you and your children to
I think
try
it's such
or-
an easy recipe that and that looks something different. You know, it looks like a rose, really.
Impress your guests.
You're making this to impress the in-laws.
Totally.
I was thinking about my children, but you know, if you want the in-laws,
Maybe my book club
and
ladies might
you know,
like
you
it.
use, and you use that apricot jam, and if you have a little bit of leftover apricot jam after, you melt it again, and you brush it over your cake, and it makes it shiny, you know, like in a pastry shop.
You know, on our travels, we learned, you know, international wise, like they love, like in Vietnam especially, it's very artistic.
Yeah.
Everything they make is like so artfully created. So this kind of definitely reminds me of that.
It makes you go, ooh, when you see it. Like, ooh, look at that.
And this does too.
And this is as well. Well, I'm going to stop
you,
looking. I'm
Laurent.
going to stop looking at it and get eating.
Yes, so give it a try. You'll find the recipe on wildgrown.com.
To get the recipe for Chef Laurent Zarati's Vietnamese apple rose cake, visit us at wildgrown.com.
From the fields and orchards right here in Washington to Asia and other markets all around the world, our state really does shine, producing the best food out there. That's it for this episode of Washington Grown. We'll see you next time.